This is one of the more common IGCSE math questions that is going to pop up on your test. The examiner really likes to test this specific type of question from the students, often because they make lots of careless mistakes here. I have no clue why, but that is why I have decided to make this video to clear all those doubts. This question is usually worth a lot of marks. As you can see, this specific question is worth 6 marks. I have pulled the question from Feb-March 2024, variant 42, question 5E. So pause the video if you want to follow along. The specific type of question is commonly known as a quadratic simultaneous question between examiners, tutors, teachers, and students. The trick with this question is to choose a path with the least worries. What do I mean by that? We will see later on in the video, but for the question's sake, I'm going to label equation number 1 as 1 and equation number 2 as 2. Very obvious. But from here, I want you to choose the equation that is simpler. Choose the equation that looks less intimidating. That would be equation number 1, because everything is linear. Nothing is to the power of 2 or 3. Everything is to the power of 1. So we will go with equation number 1. And then from there, we need to make a variable the subject of the formula. What do I mean by that? I need to make x the subject of the formula here, or y the subject of the formula. We need to choose. We need to choose the one that is simpler again. And in that case, it would be x, because y has a coefficient of -3, and later on we'll have to divide by -3. But as you can see, x just has a coefficient of 1. Therefore, we will make x the subject of the formula. And then we will just plug this back into equation number 2. As you can see, we just replaced the x with the x in this equation. Very simple. From there, we expand the square bracket. Then we distribute the 2 along the bracket. We get this fellow right there. And then we simply have to simplify all the terms. We subtract -116 on both sides, and we add the y terms together to get this very nice, very beautiful, very simplified quadratic equation. And we know how to work with those, right? You use the quadratic formula, you plug it into the calculator, you get two values of y, and yeah, but make sure you show your quadratic formula. Don't forget this. This is very important. And students lose lots of marks because they don't show the substitutions, they don't show the formula itself, and it's free marks. Don't lose them. Identify the variables a, b, and c, plug them into the equation, and then use your calculator from there. Don't waste your time plugging all of this into the calculator. Don't do that. Just use your calculator directly. Get your two values of y. Don't just start writing your quadratic formula as x equals 2, right? Because I have seen lots of students make this mistake. It's y equals 2 here, because we're solving for y, not x equals 2. And then from there, we have our two values of y, and we now need to solve for x. And we have x, no? We have x over here. We have rearranged for x from the start. X equals 13 plus 3y. And then we simply substitute the values of y back into the equation of x right here. We get the answer is -11 over 2 if y is -37 over 6. Another thing I want to point out here is to not refrain from using fractions. Don't be afraid of fractions. The examiner really likes when students mention the answer as a simplified whole fraction, because there's no rounding, and it's just beautiful, because mathematicians really like to work with these fractions. It gives them the exact answer. And plug -2 into the equation like we did earlier, and we get the answer of x as 7, and we have bagged all those 6 marks.